I'm back. The Hurry Up is back. I'm your host, Adam. Let's get into this. Training camp is already underway and preseason is kicking off. This is great. We saw the Hall of Fame game, which really kicked off the preseason schedule. And if you didn't get to see it, go check out Peyton Manning's speech. It'll get you to run through a wall. But let's get into some preseason games. Let's start with the Giants and Jets. I know that they played some games on Thursday, but I'm going to specifically focus on those. Right now, the Giants and Jets, going to be a good game. What I want to start off with, don't get caught up in the training camp media reports. People, you will lose your mind. You will read about Daniel Jones' bad throws, this, that, and the other thing. This guy not playing well, that guy not playing well. You do realize there are two sides of the football, right? So if the defense is winning a few times in practice, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It actually might be a good thing because what it's going to do is when Daniel Jones goes back to the room with his coaches, they can say, look what the defense was doing on this play. Maybe you should change the reads up. On the other side, it's going to be like, let's go up against Daniel Jones. We're shutting down our quarterback. Can't wait to play against other quarterbacks, right? So don't always take those blog reports as gospel because sometimes the reporter may not remember. The reporter doesn't have a great vantage point anyways from training camp. Let's be honest with you. They can't see much, right? They can only go off of one-on-ones and 7-on-7 drills and things like that. And a lot of times you're playing with a lot of guys in those drills. So if CJ Board, for example, I'm just to use him, not that he's having a great camp, or David Sills runs the wrong route, we're not going to necessarily know that he ran the wrong route. We're going to hear about Daniel Jones' bad throw or a bad read. You know, I know there's a video out there about the Fan Fest. He threw a terrible pass and it got intercepted. We can't see the full screen. I don't know what the play was called. Neither do you. And we don't know why he was throwing it that way. Now, if we took him back into the room and sat him down and circled that play, said, what the heck is going on? He could probably explain it to you better. So I just want to say, calm yourself. There's plenty of time. The season's about a month away, almost exactly a month away, 29 days if you want to count the 12th. 29 days, it's September 12th when the season starts. If you're counting off to kick off, the 8th, I think, is when the season actually kicks off, for the 9th with the Cowboys in Tampa Bay. That should be a good game. Look out for my preview on that. But let's get into the Giants preseason. So when you're watching preseason games, especially this first one, when there's not going to be a lot of actual starters play, look for the backups. If you like a certain backup, a Brett Heggie, a David Sills, a CJ Board, a Rodarius Williams. I'm just trying to give you both sides of the ball so you don't think, I'm just focusing on one side. Look for these guys, see how they play, learn what they do, because Rodarius Williams, to me, is going to be a big factor in this season, especially since Aaron Robinson is injured. He's getting those valuable reps. And now that he's going to be playing a lot more in this preseason game because they're going to take away reps from the starters, this is a chance to actually get guys in game action and see what they can do and see if their practice habits transfer onto the field. And if they can take that and process it. Remember, there's not going to be that much offense, so don't get alarmed if the Giants lose or there's a blunder. You just want them to kind of be coherent, all right? And maybe the Jets are, happy and they want to blitz, and see what their defense can do. Remember, they're a new team. They have a new system. So for them, this is a bigger game for them than the Giants. And I'm not trying to put emphasis on the preseason, but when you're installing a system, you're going to want to see a lot more guys in different positions. You may want to call a blitz. Now, again, you may or may not use that play. It doesn't matter right now. You're running against vanilla offense, but I don't want people to be scared if, Mike Glennon, who stinks, throws 3 interceptions or something like, oh my God, the Giants offense. No, it's preseason. It's an audition for many of these guys to possibly be on this team, possibly on another team. Example, Jets need a kicker. Giants have 2. Both kickers are doing well in training camp. Obviously, they're going to keep Graham Gano, barring, knock on wood, any injuries, right? So if they do keep him and come cut down time in 2 or 3 weeks, they play the Jets. The Jets go, listen, we like this guy. Let's negotiate something. Maybe the Giants get an extra 6th or 7th round pick for him. So these are the types of things you're going to see, as well as focus around the league. Focus around the league against, pass rushers, veterans, linemen. I know the Giant fan base is going nuts for an extra lineman. Just relax. This time to make transactions. The season, again, doesn't start for another 29 days or so. So with that being said, you're going to see evaluations. Heck, you're going to see injuries on both sides of football for every team, right? Guys are going to get nicked up in the preseason. It just happens. You're playing a game. Your body's now transitioning from the practice mode where you're about 80 to 90% to now 100% running reckless abandon. I mean, I saw missed tackles last night in a preseason game with New England against Washington, and the guy number 48 can't miss it. He's going to be called out in film study. Completely whiffed on tackle. Was right there and whiffed. And you're going to get those because these guys are not in the controlled environment of practice. They're in a game where anything goes, no holds barred type of kind of movement. So just temper your expectations. Don't worry about every dang beat reporter's negatives on your quarterback. Remember, Eli Manning had the same problem in his career. And that's what I want to mention before I go. Eli Manning, as much as Giant fans love him, I love the guy. Will be going to his Hall of Fame induction whenever that happens. But he was maligned for his entire career. The guy could not do anything right, especially for his first 3 or 4 seasons. Right, 2004, he looked like a deer in headlights. 2005, he started to get it, and there was some excitement. 2006, the team kind of regressed and went 8-8. And then in 2007, when they were about to fire the coach, and about to get the quarterback out of here, he has that miracle season, and as they say, the rest is history. Now, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is going to have a Super Bowl season or anything like that. All I'm saying is let it play out. The Giants are in a good position in the draft if he fails. The Giants are in a good position in the draft if he succeeds. Okay? And this has been another edition of the Hurry Up. Look out for more content. It's coming your way. I'm out.